I'd like to call the third meeting of the Mayor and City Council on Monday, January 22nd, 2024 to order. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Councilman DeWalt,
Here.
Councilwoman Johnson,
Here.
Councilman Mills,
Here.
Councilwoman Clerk,
Here.
President Kole,
Here.
Mayor Sydnor.
Here.
You have a quorum, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Our next agenda item is the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Mayor, will you please lead us?
Yes, I can, sir.
Our next agenda item for the evening is approval of the minutes from November 27th, 2023, Sine Die, and November 27th, 2023, first meeting of the Mayor and City Council. Do I have any questions, comments, or amendments? If not, I'll entertain a motion. Do I have a motion? I have a motion from Mr. Mills and a second.
A second.
Madam Clerk?
Councilman Mills,
Yes.
Councilwoman Clark,
Yes.
Councilman DeWalt,
Yes.
Councilwoman Johnson,
Yes.
President Kole.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Our next agenda item of the evening is the report of the Mayor and City Council. We'll start with Councilman DeWalt.
Good evening, everybody. It's great to be at these open meetings. It's the best. On January 11th, just want to reiterate, and I never knew it existed, but it was Human Traffic Awareness Day, and we were to wear blue that day. And I think that's very, very good to bring awareness to that, because it's a sad, sad issue when people are involved in that. On the 15th of January was the MLK Celebration of Life Service at the new Multi-Service Center, and me and Councilwoman Johnson were just talking about, she did the first one up here at City Hall, and it was just a little one that, in the 2 rooms. Now we've gone to the Multi-Service Center, and it's huge. And it was great to see the Laurel High School band, the orchestra there and everything like that. And it was an absolute great celebration for an absolutely great person. Then on the 18th, we had our first sustainability focus group here right in this room. It's long overdue, and it's great to have that. And actually, we'll be meeting again my group will be meeting again on the 25th at the library. So it's going to continue on until we get a good sustainability program here in the city of Laurel, which is going to be awesome for us. And don't forget, on the 25th too is the town hall with Mayor Sydnor from 7 to 8 that night. And just one other thing, I did get a letter, and I think all the other council members got letters, and it was from Sheriff John Carr, he's you could tell he's for the people, and he really sent us all a nice letter on our reelection, and the best of everything, and anything we can do for him, don't hesitate to call. That's all I have.
Thank you, Councilman DeWalt. We'll just go down the line. Councilwoman Johnson.
Good evening, everyone. My report is brief. Friday, January 12th, I attended the wreath laying ceremony here at City Hall. And Monday, January the 15th, also attended the Martin Luther King Day of Service. And again, very pleased to see the event continuing and growing, and look forward to continuing it year after year. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Councilman Mills.
Good evening, everyone. Good to see everyone here. On the 10th, January 10th, there was a MML, Maryland Municipal League legislative meeting, and met a lot of people that day, and it was more so just a meet and greet. So I was trying to target everybody with a beard so I can try to remember everybody. So there's a lot of people there, and I didn't get to meet the mayor. I mean, not the mayor, but the governor but I did meet a lot of good legislative individuals. And on the 12th, when we had a snow event, so we had a call out. I created a call out for the snow event that we had during the 4 inches of snow that we received. And so what I did was called out some youth to come out and learn how to operate snow equipment. If it was during the summertime, we'd have a call out to have kids learn how to operate landscape equipment so that they can learn and perhaps start a business one day or for a job. On the 15th, MLK Day at the Multipurpose Center, that was a great event, and it was great to see Laurel. It was basketball team and the choir. They showed up and showed out, especially the choir. Lord have mercy. And on the 18th, the sustainability that we had here at the municipal building, I joined the people's section of the sustainability, and we will be meeting next Thursday at the DePietro Center. That will be 5:30 next Thursday at the DePietro Center, if anybody is interested in coming out. And that it concludes my report.
Thank you, Councilman Mills. Councilwoman Clerk?
Thank you. Since our last meeting held on Monday, January 8th, I've also participated and attended the wreath-laying ceremony and day of service honoring Dr. Martin Luther King for his outstanding contributions. In addition, I attended the sustainability event and also congratulated the recent graduates of the Laurel Citizens Police Academy. I also attended a ceremony honoring 2 Laurel community heroes. I'm not sure if you've heard about it. Their names are Tony and Andrew Ashley. It was held by the American Red Cross, and they received the American Red Cross Certificate of Merit, which is the highest award given by the Red Cross, signed by the President of the United States for saving a passenger's life while flying 30,000 feet in the air on a Southwest Airlines flight from BWI Airport to West Palm Beach, Florida. I love the fact that the father, it was a father and son, Tony said, "If I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't change a thing and would do it again and again." Tony is a CPR instructor as well, and if you would like to nominate a hero for this award and others, you can visit lifesavingaward.org on the American Red Cross website. I also had the honor of attending the Walmart Wellness Day on Saturday at the Laurel, Maryland location, where I thanked the staff and lead pharmacists for offering free healthcare screenings, free and low-cost immunizations, and spoke with the staff about their community needs. One additional thing, just for you to keep in mind, we hope to see everyone there. On Saturday, February 10th, we will be hosting the Black History Month celebration program at the Multi-Service Community Center. It will be from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Please bring a friend. All are welcome. We will have youth performances. We will highlight local Black-owned businesses, and we'll even have a little bit of music and dancing, so we hope to see you there. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Next, I'll give my report. Some of the things you've already heard on tonight's meeting. On January 9th, I attended the Planning Commission meeting. On January 10th, the opening day in Annapolis, I attended the Maryland Municipal League opening day reception and the Prince George's County Chamber of Commerce reception in Annapolis. On the 12th, I attended the MLK wreath-laying ceremony here at City Hall. And then finally, just some fun facts. At work, I have a certified snow total. And as of this past Saturday, Laurel has officially received 10.1 inches of snow. That's about half of our annual seasonal average. A special shout out to Public Works for all their work keeping the streets open, and Parks and Recreation for making sure all of our buildings were open last week in our snowstorm. Thank you. Mr. Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening, everyone. Congratulations to Captain DePietro and his wife, birth of their daughter on January the 17th, 2024. I see a former Mayor DePietro now, another granddaughter into the family, so I know you're probably very proud of that as well. Also want to show speedy recovery to Councilman Mills' mother, who was hospitalized. Also want to pay condolences to Director Christy Cornwell, the passing of her grandmother. Some of the things I attended this month, on January the 10th, I attended the Metropolitan Washington Council monthly meeting in Washington, D.C. I attended the Maryland Municipal League opening day, like some other council members as well. MLK Day, we laid the wreath on January the 12th. This is a very important meeting right here. I attended on January 13th, thanks to Helen Woods, one of our constituents, is also in charge of Laurel Cats. She set a meeting up with me with an apprenticeship from the state of Maryland and Prince George County, a youth apprenticeship program. And what that program consists of is actually one of the blueprints for the state of Maryland for high school kids, to teach high school kids from the junior year to the senior year apprenticeship. So they want employers in the city to hire kids while they're in high school, 450 hours, and maybe when they graduate from high school, they can go further into the apprenticeship program, or they can work inside that business that they're getting hired at. So the city of Laurel, we're gonna lead by example. I talked to the city administrator this morning, along with the senior team, and we're gonna hire a kid from the high school into our IT department. They're gonna get 450 hours. We're gonna put that in this year's budget, so hope the council approve that. And so we're gonna lead the way, and we challenge all other city business inside the city of Laurel to hire a junior, senior in high school. They will get the kids from you, and you just interview them, so they can be from all over the state. You know, hopefully a lot of Laurel residents will apply for it, since, you know, we are leading the way here in the city of Laurel. So that's a good program. I want to thank Ms. Helen Woods for introducing me to these wonderful individuals from the Prince George County apprenticeship program, the state of Maryland apprenticeship program. So we're gonna lead the way on that one. And also the Day of Service MLK on January 15th. We attended at the Multipurpose Center. Also, once again, I wanted to congratulate Tommy Hams. He's the Assistant Director of DPW. Tommy started off as a labor one and worked his way all up. Right now, Tommy is the Acting Director right now because Tim Miller, who's on medical leave, and Tommy is holding the show down. And we had 2 snow events. So we 2-0 right now, I believe. So let's continue the good work, Tommy and the crew down there. But most importantly, like I always say, directors and managers, you know, they just supervise the work. The people that actually do the work, we want to congratulate them. So Tommy, tomorrow, let the line staff know that we thank them for all the hard work they're doing. They got to get here first too. You know, they got to come from where they got to come from. So they weathered the storm to get here safely and make sure that our streets were safe. So congratulate DPW and also echo Parks and Recs too, because they have a very important job, is taking care of the buildings and making sure we can park and our cars don't slide all over the place. So good job, everyone. Continue that. You know, we don't hope we don't get no more snow, but if we do, I think we got a team that's built and ready to do so. So let's continue that. I attended the Laurel Historical Society appreciation reception yesterday. I want to congratulate the following individuals. I hope I mispronounced your name. I apologize up front. Don't beat me up. Megan Apati, 5 years of volunteer with the Historical Society of Maryland, Laurel Historical Society. That's great. Clayton Cooper, 10 years. Stephen Hubbard, 15 years. Janine Astania, I mispronounced her name, 20 years. Okay. And Tracy Scanlani, Volunteer of the Year. So all these individuals that bringing their free time and work for Laurel Historical Society, you know, and bringing the history, preserving the history of Laurel and the greater area of Laurel. So that's very important. So anytime we can attend events like that to acknowledge people giving their time to our city is very appreciated. Announcements, some of the announcements you've already heard already though, but it's worth for me to echo again. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock to 8 p.m., the Board of Trade Small Business Roundtable and here in the chamber. So if you're a small business side of the city of Laurel, I don't know if you have to register or not, or you can just walk in. But if you walk in, we're not going to turn you away because information is powerful. We want your business to succeed, and we want to give you some ideas as well. Like Councilman DeWalt mentioned, my first town hall meeting would be the 25th, January 25th. And just to give you some background on this, is all the councilmen are going to be setting up here where we are right now, but we're not going to answer any questions. We're going to take all your questions back to our retreat. We got a retreat this Saturday, January 27th. Our retreat going to be from 8:30 to 2:30, and we're going to take the questions you have, and we're going to try to come up with a plan. And probably a couple of months from now, we're going to put out a report. It's important because, you know, bring your questions to us and help us help you out here because the budget we're in budget seasons right now, January to May 1st, when I have to submit the budget to the council, and the council have 60 days to review the budget and put it back, send it back to the council. So just tell you 2 things that I'm asking up front, council. I'm asking for $160,000. $100,000 can go to business, $20,000 per business. A new business come inside the city, some type of innovative business that we don't have already. I got Director Love is looking at some business that we don't have. So hopefully we can send out a recruitment list and saying these are the business we want. And those are the business we're going to award the $20,000 to. Home ownership is very important to me. As you know, we've been working on that for a while now. We want to incentivize people to buy a home inside the city of Laurel. So we want $60,000 up to get each first-time home buyer $3,000 to $4,000 to buy a home inside the city of Laurel. So those are some things that we're asking from, you know, my administration, asking from the council And there's some other things we're gonna ask for as well. And with things that you want to ask on, you need to see council as well. On our retreat this Saturday, bring those ideas to the table and let us know, but we can put into the budget. That way, we can work things out as much as possible. So I just want to highlight that part. Restaurant Week, I think this is great. I want to thank Economic Development Department for coming up with this. I know DC has this all the time. So February the 17th through February the 24th is Restaurant Week inside the city of Laurel. And the following restaurants are going to be Cheetos, Shabbat, Cleopatra Winery, Love Life Cafe, Mango, Olive on Mains, and Ragamuffin. So if any other business, I don't want to speak too fast, but if any other business want to participate in Restaurant Week, please contact Economic Development Department, Mr. Rob Love, in the shop, where you can spend your money in Laurel during that week and Valentine's Day and take your wife, your girlfriend out, your boyfriend out, whoever your loved one is in Laurel to spend some money in Restaurant Week. We appreciate that. February the 19th is President Day. We close that day for observing the President's office. And I want to do a proclamation, and I'm going to come down there and do this proclamation. And I'll come back and I'll do the reappointments. I want Councilmember Clerk and Councilman Johnson to come down for me with the proclamation as well. Is it on? Okay. I'm just gonna read the proclamation right, not gonna read the whole thing, just gonna highlight it. Proclamation 2024-3. Whereas, as we celebrate Black History Month, let us pay tribute to the contributions of the past generations and reaffirm our commitments to keeping America's dream alive for the next generation, and honor the women and men who paved the way for us with great expectations for those who follow, making America as a nation that is more just and more equal for all people. I hereby, in the city of Laurel, encourage all citizens to observe and commemorate this month of Black History Program by attending ceremonies and activities. And the reason I brought actually Councilmember Clerk and Councilman Johnson to come up, because they made history this past election cycle as the first two African Americans serving on the council together inside the city of Laurel since 1870. So I want to, share this proclamation with you, both of y'all. I can keep it for 1 month, then you pass it on. I don't know how you want to do it, but I want to pass it on. Also, I want to announce that it's early stage right now, but I'm having a Black History contest, a Mayoral Black History contest for high school students, middle school students, and elementary school students. First and second graders can't participate. But only gone. So this is how it's gonna go. High school gonna be 9th to 12th grade, middle school 6th to 8th grade, and elementary school 3rd to 5th grade. They're gonna write an 800 word essay, and I'm gonna have the senior citizens grade it. We're gonna start the essay on February the 1st. The deadline will be February 19th, and I'm gonna have the senior citizens read the essay and grade it. And then the winner, we're talking about money, right? But I think we can handle that, right? So we want to incentivize these young people to write this essay and learn history, because, history is very important to all of us, whether it's Black history or world history or American history. It doesn't really matter, though. But Black history is something we've been celebrating for a little while, and I think we want to incentivize and motivate these young people to write this essay. So we're going to give them a $250 gift card, the winners of those essays, so they can do what they want to do with it, and that get the parents involved as well, especially for our elementary school students, our middle school students. I don't expect too many parents helping our high school students out, but definitely for the middle school and elementary school students, it'd be a collaborative effort, because as we know, it takes a village to raise children, and parents need to play that role as well with the schools. So I think this is an incentive to motivate kids to read, to learn history at the same time, and we're just going to continue to have motivational things like this where we can continue educating our community, because the more we know, the better we all will be as a community. So I just want to, congratulate you all for making history this month. Looking forward to your Black History program. Looking forward to your Women History program in March. So I just want to thank you there. Thank you. Let's finish, Mr. President. All right, so now we're going to go for reappointment. So, Mr. President, I want to reappoint to to the Public Safety Transportation Committee, Vicki Rambow, and also John Kish to the Planning Commission, and Frederick Smalls to the Board of Appeals. So those individuals have been serving our community in multiple capacities as council members and things of that nature. So thank you for all your hard work and continue wanting to serve. So I hope I can get those reaffirmed.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Do I have a motion from the council?
I have a motion, first motion, yes. Motion, yes.
Councilman Mills has made a motion to reappoint the individuals read into the record by the mayor. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Mr. DeWalt. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Councilman Mills,
Yes.
Councilman DeWalt,
Yes.
Councilwoman Johnson,
Yes.
Councilwoman Clark,
Yes.
President Cole,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. Agenda item number 7 is general public hearing. I've been given the list from the back of the room. I will open the public hearing at 6:20. There's been nobody signed up to speak for the general public hearing. Is there anybody that wishes to speak that did not have a chance to sign up? Hearing none, I will go ahead and close the general public hearing at 6:21 PM. Agenda item number 8 is the second public hearing with possible action on resolution number 1-2024, a resolution of the mayor and city council of Laurel, Maryland, to pay tribute to the Honorable Craig A. Moe by renaming the City of Laurel Multi-Service Center as the Craig A. Moe Laurel Multi-Service Center. I will go ahead and open the public hearing on resolution number 1-2024 at 6:21 PM. We do have speakers signed up. Do you want to present again?
Yes.
All right, we will go ahead and have the mayor present first.
Stay consistent. I'm not going to present this whole thing, though, but as you know, we had a work session on this before, and we had a first public hearing, and this is the name, the multi-purpose center, as Councilman Cole said, after our former mayor, Craig A. Moe. We know Craig A. Moe served as city council for about 10 or 12 years in the city, as a mayor for 22 years. He was the one that's inspirational in getting the multi-purpose center built. It started with a committee, a task force committee to address the situation we have for the unhoused inside the city. I served on that task force committee, and some of the things that came back, we realized that we need a transitional center for people who's having a type of hardship. And so Mayor Moe has been very inspirational in doing that. He, with the help of the city council, because mayors can't do anything without the city council. So I want to thank the city councils for who served that time. Councilman DeWalt was here and we purchased that sports fit building with $2.4 million. We got some help from the state funding as well. Mayor Moe was inspiration in getting state funding to build the building. And right now the building is in phase 2 of it. It should be completed in August of 2024. So I think it's appropriate and it's an honor, to present this legislation. And I hope the council feel the same way and vote for this legislation to name this building after Craig A. Moe. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I will now open the public hearing on resolution number 1-2024 at 6:23 PM. Reminder to all that are speaking, please state your name and address for the record. Each speaker has 2 minutes to speak per the council rules. Our first speaker of the evening is the Honorable Gail Snyder. If you could go ahead and turn the mic around so that they can hear you on TV. Thank you.
My name is Gail Snyder, 507 Prince George Street, Laurel. First of all, I would like to introduce and thank my counterparts for coming tonight. We have former Mayor Robert J. DePietro, former Mayor and Councilman Michael Les, Councilman James Cross, Councilman Fred Smalls, Councilman Rick Wilson, and Councilman Donna Crary. Thank you all. Good evening, Mayor Sydnor and members of the Laurel City Council. My name is Gail Snyder, past council president and Laurel councilwoman for 7 years. I have known Craig A. Moe since he was in high school. He was a very good student, outstanding wrestler, so he tells me, I'm not sure about that part, and a young man who believed in helping others. And he has spent his adult life doing just that, helping others. His parents, Robert and Barbara, were longtime volunteers in the service to others. They instilled that dedication and public service in their children. Craig has dedicated his life to serving the citizens of Laurel with his volunteerism in many ways. An elected official for 33 years as a councilman and Laurel's longest-serving mayor. He has looked after this community during blizzards, a tornado, floods, a pandemic, and always providing emergency shelters. Mayor Moe had a vision to have a multi-service center in our town. It will be used for recreational purposes, provide overnight sheltering for 60 individuals to include men, women, and families. The site will also include a computer and career assistance space, food pantry and dining area, grooming lounge, office space for on-site physicians, dentists, caseworkers, counselors, and other related social services. His dedication and many re-elections to office echoed the satisfaction and approval by the citizens of our community. Naming this facility in his honor for the use of all Laurel citizens is a worthy project to show our appreciation. One's own conscience dictates how we, who hold and have held public office, vote. The City Council takes as part of their oath that they will diligently and faithfully execute, without prejudice or partiality, the office of the City Council for the City of Laurel. Naming buildings and parks after people who have administered their elected oaths has proven to be a key component in supporting Laurel's rich history. To solidify a person's legacy to something tangible that maintains Laurel's service to its citizens and to assure their service is remembered and appreciated. I'm asking you to do the right thing and vote to name the Laurel Multi-Service Center the Craig A. Moe Laurel Multi-Service Center in recognition of Mayor Moe's service to not only Laurel's residents and taxpayers, but also to those who are underserved, who will receive safe and secure services to reestablish and redirect their own lives for contribution to and in support of their community. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Snyder. As a reminder to future speakers, there is a 2-minute limit. Our next speaker is the Honorable Mike Les.
Mike Les, 339 Prince George Street. I couldn't be as eloquent as Ms. Snyder has been. And I'm sure I haven't known the mayor, Craig Moe, as long as she has and as Bobby Joe. My experience was in working with him when I was on the Planning Commission and as a councilman. And when the hurricane came and Frank Casula, Mayor Casula, took sick, Craig always stood up for everybody. It's important that this is a shared services center for everybody, not just in Laurel, but this is one step in the direction of a regional type of center that will pay dividends in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Les. Next is the Honorable James Cross.
My name is Jim Cross, 16013 Dorset Road, Laurel, Maryland, 20707. And they have spoken eloquently about this, and I would just add I hope you will do the right thing and name it for him. We have had a number of elected officials in the past who've done a lot of work and had different parks and things named after them. in this case, I think it's really important to do it because he's still alive rather than naming it something after somebody's deceased. And I think that would be honor him, and he deserves the honor. I've worked with him on various things that I've volunteered with over the years, and he's been always very helpful to everybody in the community. So I strongly urge you and to support this, vote for this. I mean, you may have issues over the years with this little thing or that little thing, but all in all, it's worth voting for it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Cross. Next is the Honorable Fred Smalls.
Good evening, Mayor Sydnor, council members, council president. My name is Fred Smalls, 14933 Belle Ami Drive, no other than Laurel, Maryland. Aside from Councilman Les, I think no other council member has served as long as he and I have with Mayor Mo. I served 17 years on this council. We were elected in 2002, along with Mayor Mo. So we have certain insights, certain experiences with Mayor Mo and the hard work and commitment that he has made. There wouldn't be a Laurel Medical Center in its current state if it wasn't for the hard work that Mayor Mo did. During the COVID epidemic, Mayor Mo was on the front line. The multi-service center was something that he and I and others talked about extensively as he worked before I left the council to get funding. It was his vision. It's absolutely deserving, and it would be a travesty if anyone let personal feelings get in the way of duty and responsibility and honor someone who has committed their adult life to the service of this city. So I encourage you to vote favorably for the renaming or the naming of the Multicultural Center after Craig Mo. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Smalls. Is there anyone else wishing to speak on agenda item number 8?
Robert DePietro, 16908 Melbourne Drive, Laurel, Maryland. But I still write a check every year to the city of Laurel because I have property here. So I known Craig Mo since he was 18 years old. And there isn't enough you can't say about Craig and his devotion to the people of this city. He has done things that are reflective in the record. You can look at his record, and his record is extremely impressive of the achievements to this city. One of the things you have to remember, it's very unusual that somebody can get elected to an office 5 times in a 4-year term and 6 times as a council person. If you look at the history of the city, former Councilman Wilson just did a lineup of all the elected officials for the history of people here to be able to see the reflection. Craig is the longest serving municipal official in the history of this city. And it wasn't just serving, it was working every day. I think the most important thing about Craig is meeting him at 18. He was already living at the firehouse. He was running calls 7 days a week. It was his residency by law. He lived up there, and from that, he became the executive chairman of the State of Volunteer Fire Association. He was the president of the Prince George County Volunteer Fire Association. He is recognized around this state. All the mayors and city councils in the state of Maryland and Ocean City elected him the president of the Maryland Municipal League to have him represent the words of mayors and city councils across this state before the Maryland legislature, the United States Congress. He was very active in the National League of Cities, serving on multiple committees. And I think if you know about Craig, even before he came into elected office, he was a guy that got things done. My 8 years as a mayor, the one guy I could pick up the phone and call in an instant was Craig Moe. And he was there, 4th of July, Main Street Festival, first Christmas parades, all those activities we created in that 8-year period. Craig Moe was either the chair or the co-chair. He's a great guy. He deserves this recognition. I encourage you to make that vote, and it will be very well received by the public. Like I said, you don't stay around in elected office for 30 plus years. And for me, I think it's a particular honor. Joe Robinson, Steve Turney, Craig Moe, I was their treasurer, ran their first campaigns, ran several of them after that, and I always felt comfortable doing it. They were straightforward, honorable people. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir. Any others for public hearing? Go ahead.
Donna Crary, 400 Montrose Avenue, Laurel, Maryland. As I look at all of you tonight, it's great. I'm glad you're all elected. I'll tell you the other side of Craig in that it's not only the 30 plus years of service, not only to the city and all the things he's accomplished here. I mean, I've been with him when he's reached into his pocket and bought food for all the seniors during the derecho we had, which was not a fun event. He's not only recognized by name in the state from every committee and all the mayors and council people that I knew. It was not, how are you, Donna? It's, where's Craig? And he achieved that on a national level, too. Did I disagree with him at times? Sure. Did we butt heads? Yes. Does that have anything to do with his service to the city? No. He always said, respect the office, just as you are all holding now. You deserve respect for being elected and serving this community and serving the citizens. I would like that respect given to Craig for over 30 years, and I thank all of you.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone else that would like to speak tonight? Seeing none, I will go ahead and close the public hearing at 6:38 p.m. Are there any additional questions or comments from the council before I entertain a motion?
I'd like to make a couple comments.
Go ahead, Mr. DeWalt.
Like I said, last Monday, we celebrated Martin Luther King's life at the Multi-Service Center. And at that celebration, you could feel compassion. There was sympathy, empathy, love, loving, peace, grace, kindness, tenderness, humane, thoughtful, gracious, kind-hearted, good-hearted, considerate, warm, neighborly, unselfish, and choose love in that center on that day. And that what typifies Martin Luther King. And that's what that place is going to be. It's going to be a healthy environment so people could heal. Yet, just before the election, this mogram came out that was filled with lies. It was cruel. It was callous. It was heartless. It was vicious. It was uncompassionate. It was thoughtless, inconsiderate, hateful, and spread hate through not only the four candidates that were running and working very hard, but it spread hate through our community. And it was inhumane to get verbally attacked by that in that presentation of that mogram. And luckily, the people that voted for me and Councilmember Mills had the sense enough to know that we weren't those lies that he predicted that we would be at that time, and we got voted in. And that's why me and Councilmember Mills are sitting here today. To get that, what I just said about Martin Luther King, and to have that happy, healthy atmosphere in that multi-center service would, and I came out at the council work session, and all I asked him to do was to apologize, because I've done things that I weren't proud of, and it's not hard to say an apology. And he was wrong for what he did, and I still haven't gotten that apology, and that will reflect on my vote tonight.
Thank you, Mr. DeWalt. Any other comments from the council?
I too would like to speak.
Go ahead, Mr. Mills.
President. Well, as my mother is in the hospital, and I sat there beside her, and she grabbed my hand and squeezing my hand because she was in a lot of pain. And one thing she raised was a soldier, but she told me, you can't. Been in a lot of fights and had a lot of people talk about you, this and that and that and this. But she told me, she said, do these people really know you? And I said, no, Ma. She said, well, how can they make an opinion of you? I said, well, you got a point. And I said, I'll move through life like that. I won't worry about what somebody say. It was a saying, sticks and stones may break your bones, but a stick nor a stone never broke my bone. Thank God for that. And these words that Craig Moe said, they did hurt. They did hurt, but they didn't hurt me. They hurt those who supported me and wanted me to lash out against him. And I told them, I said, he doesn't really know me. I supported him. What hurt me really was that I supported him for his campaign for council, PG Council. Even spent money for a campaign and used my trucks to advertise his campaign. And for him to say what he said about me, it hurt. But again, I'm a grown man and I can move forward. I respect Mayor Moe. I told him that from when I first moved in the city, when he supported my family, helped my family before I even moved in the city. And I really, the time, like former Councilwoman Corey said, respect the post, in other words. And I will respect the post tonight. As Fred Small say, Honorable Fred Small said, don't make things personal. I can't make things personal because I really don't know him. But the explanation that you all have said tonight, it explains him, the things that he's done. And one thing that stands out to me was when being on Main Street, when we had a flood, I was working for State Highway Administration, and we had a flood, and I was working, and I literally seen the car dealerships down on 301, because all that water that came from the dam flooded all the way down to Upper Marlboro, and that Ford dealership down in off of 301 was underwater, and I never forget that. But what really hurt me was when I got back to my business and I heard that water flushed out the homeless that were living in the tents back there where the creek is and killed them. That touched home because I would help those individuals and I knew those individuals. And so, but what the mayor had did during that event right there really stood out for me. And so I will give him his flowers tonight. I will respect the post tonight, and I'll make a decision tonight.
Thank you, Councilman Mills. Any other comments from the council before we entertain a motion? Hearing none, can I have a motion for Resolution 1-2024?
I'll put that motion in. I vote yes.
Not yet. We need a motion in a second. I'm sorry.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
So
That must be the
do I have a
coffee.
second for Resolution 1-2024?
I'll second.
Oh, go ahead, Christie.
All right, I have a motion from Councilman Mills and a second from Councilwoman Johnson. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilman Mills,
Yes.
Councilwoman Johnson,
Yes.
Councilman DeWalt,
No.
Councilwoman Clark,
Yes.
President Cole,
Yes.
Mayor Sydnor.
I concur.
Motion carries.
Thank you, sir. Agenda item number 9, reappointment of Bill Bailey as Director of Department of Parks and Recreation. Mayor Mayor Sydnor?
Not a better looking one. Hey, thank you, Council President. As you know, we still appoint members to the administration. Next week, the next city council meeting, we appoint the additional members to the city council, to my post. Right now, we're talking about Bill Bailey, William Bill Bailey, Director of Park and Recreation. I met with Mr. Bailey. I looked at his record. Mr. Bailey been working for the city ever since he was a kid, going to college and everything. So very impressed with Mr. Bailey, the work he's been doing for the city over, I'm going to say over 30 years. I don't want to get the exact number, but it's been a long time. And never had any discipline problems his whole career. I looked at his stack, like, well, I've never been in trouble, and all above evaluation. So I was very impressed with that. I like his vision, the way things are going for the city. So I just asked the council to make the confirmation night for Mr. Bailey. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Comments from the council? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we reappoint Bill Bailey to the Parks and Rec.
Thank you, Councilman. And a second?
A second. Ms. Clark.
We're very eager. I don't mind.
Ms. Clark. All right, Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Councilman DeWalt,
Yes.
Councilwoman Johnson, or Councilwoman Clark, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Councilwoman Johnson,
Yes.
Councilman Mills,
Yes.
President Cole.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Mr. Bailey, would you like to make any comments?
Thank you, Mayor and City Council, for the vote of confidence, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Director. Agenda item number 10, reappointment of Christy Cornwall, Director, Department of Community Resources and Emergency Management. Mayor Sydnor?
Yeah, thank you again, Mr. President. Director Cornwell started with the Apple Funds. She was here as emergency manager specialist under Steve Allen, and she worked her way up. She was very impressed with her work, and a full-time position came open. We hired her full-time to stay with the city, all the work she'd done. Recently, she just got appointed by Governor Westmore to be on the board of an emergency something. There's a whole acronym. I don't know what it is, but she's there, and so I just want to reappoint her to being Director of Emergency Management and Community Resources.
Thank you. Can I have a motion?
I motion.
And a second?
Second it.
Madam Clerk?
Councilman Mills,
Yes.
Councilman DeWalt,
Yes.
Councilwoman Johnson,
Yes.
Councilwoman Clark,
Yes.
President Cole.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Chrissy, would you like to say a few words?
I just want to thank the council and the mayor, and I look forward to working with all of you as we go through the next couple of years together.
Thank you. We're almost done, I promise. We have a few more of these. Agenda item number 11 is the reappointment of Russell Hamill, Chief of Laurel Police Department. Mayor Sydnor?
Thanks again. Chief Helmer came to us in retirement of Chief McLaughlin. I think Chief Helmer came to us in the height of the George Floyd incident. and we read Chief Hamill's resume. It was very impressive, all the things he done. He came to us as he was acting, I think, the assistant chief from Montgomery Police Department at the time. And during that hike of that George Floyd thing, the country was at a civil unrest, really. It was almost like we was living in the 60s again. And so I solicited some questions from the community, like what I say, this council get to, the mayor appoints the chief of police, all his appointments, but the council confirmed that. So I want to know what kind of questions the public wanted to me ask Chief Hamill. City Administrator, rest in peace, Bill Goddard. Me and Chief Hamill sat back in that office about 3 hours talking about everything. And I was very confident with Chief Hamill that he would lead this police department like he'd been leading in the past 3 years since he's been here. And I'm very confident he's continued to lead us, and that's why I asked for the council confirmation to reappoint Chief Hamill to the City of Laurel Police Department.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll entertain a motion for our Laurel Police Department Chief.
Mr. President, let's speak one word.
Go ahead, Councilman Mills.
This is Chief Russell. Growing up in the community, Sea Pleasant, there wasn't even no police that really even wanted to come in my community when I was growing up, and to see the chief here and about, I mean, from east to west, north and south, we run into each other several times in the community, and it shows to me that it's really respectful that to see a chief out and about in the streets. And I just wanted to say, I'm very proud to be a part of Laurel, to see the chief, not just the sergeant or lieutenant, but the chief, out and about in the community, and he's approachable. And so I just wanted to say that. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Mr. Mills. Do I hear a motion?
Could I make one comment?
Go ahead, Mr. DeWalt.
And it's not saying anything wrong about our chief, but we also have a great deputy chief too, and Chief Plazinski, and they really do. If Chief Hamill's not there, Chief Plazinski's there. If Chief Plazinski's not there, Chief Hamill's there, and they really do come out in our community and they support it at all the events. One of them is always there, or both of them are there, and that's what really makes the appointment of Chief Hamill and having his sidekick there, Chief Plazinski, next to his side. And it's a great duo, and it's great for our department and great for our community.
Thank you. Do I hear a motion?
Mr. President, I move that we reappoint Chief Russell Hamill to the Laurel Police Department.
And a second?
I second.
Madam Clerk?
Councilwoman Clark,
Yes.
Councilman Mills,
Yes.
Councilman DeWalt,
Yes.
Councilwoman Johnson,
Yes.
President Cole.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Agenda item number 12 is the reappointment of Robert Love as Director of Department of Economic and Community Development. Mayor Sydnor?
Yeah. And once again, Mr. Love started with the city, I think, in 2017, if I recall, as an assistant ECD director back there. Came to us from Arlington, Virginia, as a director there. A lot of experience in master planning and economic development. As a city councilman, I was asking questions as well through the chain of command, of course. I go through the proper chain of command first. Mr. Love has a vision that can move our city forward. As you can see, the restaurant week is coming up. I told him, hey, you got green light, just run everything by me and the city administrator. We love his vision, love the way he's going with it. When the position came open, we I sat here on the council at the time, Councilman DeWalt was here as well, and we appointed him to be the director of ECD. And now I'm asking the council confirmation to reappoint Mr. Love back to ECD director. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we have reappointment of Robert Love, Director of Department of Economic Community Development.
Thank you, Councilman. And a second?
I second.
Madam Clerk?
Councilman DeWalt,
Yes.
Councilwoman Clark,
Yes.
Councilwoman Johnson,
Yes.
Councilman Mills,
Yes.
President Cole.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Our final appointment of the evening is the reappointment of Michelle Saylor as Director of Department of Budget and Personnel Services. Mr. Mayor?
Yeah. I always use this term most important, but this is one of the most important positions we have on the city. The person who controls our money to make sure we spend the money in a very safe manner. And all the department heads going to be talking to Ms. Saylor in a couple of weeks, and they might not like what she had to say, but that's good because I want her to make sure I get my $160,000. But now, Miss Saylor started here as a young lady, a clerk, I believe, doing certain things and worked her way up. The institutional knowledge is very important, especially a new mayor coming in with someone who's been here for a while, know the books, know how the money's spent, and all the reserve things we need to keep us out of trouble with the state. And so Miss Saylor I always ask her some questions. She'd be like, probably getting tired of me asking her questions because I want to know how the money's been spent. So, but she's always patient and say no problem. Always come there. And I asked the council confirmation to reappoint Director Saylor as a Director of Budget and Personnel Services as well.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion.
A motion.
And a second.
I'll second it.
Madam Clerk?
Councilman Mills,
Yes.
Councilman DeWalt,
Yes.
Councilwoman Johnson,
Yes.
Councilwoman Clark,
Yes.
President Cole.
Yes.
Motion carries.
I will apologize. I forgot to give time to our previous appointments for them to speak. We'll go back to them. But Ms. Saylor, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to thank Mayor Sydnor for his confidence in me and to the council for the reappointment. This job is always very humbling, and the confidence that has been bestowed on me over the last 29 years is always still very, I'm very appreciative of it. And we have a great team in our office and look forward to working with all of you as we move forward. Thank you again.
Thank you. Director Love?
I just want to thank Mayor and Council, as Ms. Saylor said, just for believing in me and the vision that we have for Laurel. And I think Laurel can always, we're going to get better and better, and I think that's what we're working towards, and I appreciate the confidence. Thank you.
Thank you. And Chief Hamill?
I want to thank the mayor and the council members who spoke for your very kind words and your support. My colleagues don't enjoy the support that I enjoy here, that Mark enjoys here. So it does go noted, and we appreciate it a great deal. And I know giving me the mic at the end of the night is very dangerous. So this is very humbling. It's been my honor, it's been my privilege to serve as chief here. Ironically, I think it's today is 40 years in law enforcement for me. Might be tomorrow, but I have to look it up. I think it's actually today, 40 years. So it's a nice way to celebrate the 40th anniversary. Thank you very much, and we'll keep trying to do the best we can. But I have to say this, it is the captains, the sergeants, the privates, the PFCs, the corporals. It's them who do the work and make us look good. So it's another blessing to serve with the women and men and the professionals, not just the sworn, the professionals in our agency every day. And I know I've been doing it a long time. So thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Mr. Mayor?
I just want to thank the council once again for these confirmations. It's really important to me that the staff that you voted for the staff to lead my administration. Like I had a talk with all the directors and stuff, and I told them to echo what Chief Hamill said, that the line staff, I keep saying line staff, I still think I'm in the military, but the employees that do the work, they're the most important people. And that's one of the things I asked them. You need to make sure that employees coming to work and they feel safe and valued, they're doing their job. Because we all know we're managers and supervisors. We're not out there doing the day-to-day work, right? You know, Tommy might was out there driving their snow plow, but majority of his men was out there driving their snow plow. Same with Director Bailey. The majority of his staff was doing that work. And so that's one of the key things I say, that how you going to treat the staff, because I want these men and women to come to work and feel good about their job, regardless of what kind of position they are in. And they all guarantee me that they're going to do that. So I want to thank you, Council, for voting for them. We got some other people coming by next week. And once again, Council, they work directly for us. You know, so I'm just the guy in charge. But you need something, you see the city administrator, they will do the work for you. So don't be afraid to use them to get work done. You got some service you need done, things like that, go through the city administrator, and they're going to get it done for you. So appreciate that. So thanks again, Council. Appreciate your help.
Thank you. With no further business to come before the city council, this meeting is adjourned.
Wow.